What if the most comforting prophecy taught today was never meant to comfort at all? What if being taken first was never a promise, but a warning? A warning to stay on watch. A warning against wolves in sheep's clothing leading Yah's people astray, to be docile and be complacent. In parts 1 and 2, we went over people being taken before tribulation, which pastors, movies, and books all promote. What if the Bible never taught a sudden, silent, secret gathering up, but instead aims to prepare believers to endure? Who do you listen to? Do you listen to the word of man or the word of truth? Today, we're not here to defend tradition. We're here to expose false truths, expose them by Scripture alone. I implore you to stay till the end. Don't decide based on your personal feelings, but listen with an open mind and outside of the church's influence. Let us allow the word to speak for itself. Most believers have been taught this idea. Yeshua comes suddenly and quietly, suddenly taking Christians who instantly disappear. Everyone else is left behind to suffer. But let's slow down and consider what Scripture states with all clarity. Where, anywhere, does the Bible say Christ comes twice? Because this would have to be the case if most will be taken up to heaven, and then war and famine break out. Then lastly, he comes back to reign. 1 Thessalonians 4:15-17. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Messiah himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Elohim. And the dead in Messiah shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Meshiach. Notice, the word remain, meaning to stay, was mentioned twice. Then take notice of a shout, a trumpet, a public descent. In fact, everyone will be able to see this. This will not occur without anyone missing this, even those who do meet him in the clouds. Nothing here is secret. Nowhere in Scriptures quote Yeshua as saying, "Let's go to heaven and I'll come back for the rest later." Now compare this meeting with how kings were met by the people in Scripture. 1 Kings 1:40. And all the people came up after him, and the people piped with pipes, and rejoiced with great joy, so that the earth rent with the sound of them. Matthew 21:8-9. And a very great multitude spread their garments in the way. Others cut down branches from the trees, and strawed them in the way. And the multitudes that went before, and that followed, cried, saying, Hosanna to the Son of David. Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. The people went out to meet their king approaching, not to escape with him to another place. In fact, the disciples knew of the prophecies of the Son of Yah coming to reign with man, only they thought it was in their present time with Yeshua. Acts 1:9. So when they had come together, they asked him, Adonai, will you at this time restore the kingdom to Israel? They knew his kingdom would be right here on earth, but it was not his time yet. Even Yeshua himself spoke this, when his mother addressed him at the wedding ceremony. John 2:4. 4. Yeshua saith unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. But let's hold that thought. A part 2, the trials and endurance. Why does the Bible constantly emphasize endurance unto the end? If Christians are to be removed before the actual labor of the birth pangs. John 16:33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Matthew 24:39-41. And knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Ask yourself, who was taken in Noah's day? The righteous, or the ones who rejected the warnings and were destroyed? Who endured during the times of the flood? Psalm 91, 2-10. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my Elohim, in Him will I trust. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Protection through trouble, not removal from it. We are promised to be protected during these times from the Most High's wrath. 2 Thessalonians 2:10-11. Because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yah shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. It's understandable that people want to avoid tribulations and even death, so it's easier to accept a lie, but it does not prepare those for all the trials awaiting. Truth is not inherited from the influence of pulpits. Truth must be searched out. Yah makes his word of no private interpretation to any individual person, but rather open for anyone to seek him and his word in truth. Esdras 16:22-28. They that be in the countries shall be afraid, for there shall be great confusion upon the earth, and the inhabitants thereof shall be troubled. 2 Esdras 13:24-26. Know therefore that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be taken. That should stop us cold in our tracks. There are some who believe Yeshua takes believers away for 7 years, others that there will 7 years of tribulation. Either way, we don't have to read into Daniel's 70 weeks because we are biblically certain that he will rule right here on the earth for 1,000 years. So this would mean that he will have had to come at least halfway down to meet believers in the clouds, drop them off in heaven, then come back a second time to reign on the earth. Which again, the Bible clearly says. This belief completely contradicts scriptures because it's said that he will return once and for all, publicly, not silently, to restore the kingdom of Israel. If you've been with this channel for some time, you know this is not speaking about the modern-day state of Israel. But I digress. Acts 1:6. The apostles recalled all the prophecies of his coming, and they asked, Adonai, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? Revelation 11:15. The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Elohim and of his anointed Son, and he shall reign forever and ever. Revelation 19:11-15. And I saw heaven opened, and behold a white horse, and out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Nations are here on earth. Nowhere does scriptures mention heavenly nations. Revelation 24:6. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. Ezekiel 37:25. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Revelation 21:3. Behold, the tabernacle of Elohim is with men, and he will dwell with them. Not us going to heaven forever, unbeknownst to many, but they pray these truths every night without notice. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, yes, right here on earth, as it is in heaven. Revelation 21:2 reads, I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Elohim out of heaven. This is where those who endured will meet our King in the clouds and live right here in the kingdom. John 18:36-37. My kingdom is not of this world. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. John 14:1-4. I go to prepare a place for you. I will come again, and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. So where is Yeshua? At the right hand of the Father, preparing to rule, reign, and restore the everlasting kingdom. 1 Corinthians 15:34. Awake to righteousness and sin not, for some have not the knowledge of God. What if the hope we were given was actually a distraction, something to rock you to sleep at night? What if endurance, and not escape, was the true mark of the faithful? Search the scriptures, test every doctrine, and ask yourself, why would Yahushua come twice, when the Bible only declares one return, one kingdom, one king? Stay awake, stay grounded, stay in the Word. If you received this mind-opening teaching, leave a comment, Even if you don't receive it but are open to study and test what was said, give a thumbs up, share with a loved one, and mostly beloved, join the Peculiar Treasures family by subscribing to the channel. It would be an honor to grow together with you. Until next time, may Yah bless and keep you.